Going on YouTube? This is Chaos-Reighn here, and today I'm going to bring you a little bit more League content. Sooner than later I will be bringing you some more standard content, but it's going to take a little bit more time as I am actually enjoying League quite a bit. So today I'm going to just kind of show you a little bit of what else I've been up to, along with the other methods that a lot of people are using to basically grind up a bunch of currency. I have basically just been running purely Arthane maps and running them with currently only one Platinum Watchstone because that's all I've found so far, and I just don't want to buy them off market because I'm just trying to save up my currency. So there are a couple of things that you guys already know about if you've watched a little bit of the YouTube videos that are outgoing, and that is that the Scourge maps are very highly valuable and profitable, and I'm here to say it. Yes, it is very true. You can always get an insane amount of value from Scourge maps, but I wanted to kind of talk about what kind of modifiers you should stop on or you should you should be looking for. So, because there's new aspirational content, always look for stuff that gives aspirational content. For example, I have Breed Splinters on this, what it started with. I have Legion Splinters on this. Now, I'm taking this and keep on going with it because it's not very rippy, and it also still gives me 2 maps and 2 catalysts per rare. This one is so far extremely easy, and it gives me Legion Splinters, and these are relatively easy to level up, roughly 1 level per 1 to 2 maps, sometimes less depending on the pack size of the map and how many times you transform. Well, um, there's that, and then there's also the other method, which is running as much quant gear as possible and running the lower tier maps, tier 1, 2, 3, and 4, or whatever you want to do, even into yellow maps, and doing it just like that, or you can do it in Glenic Carns at Nemesis 3. So I wanted to kind of show you a little bit of my changes in today's build because I did make a couple of changes. One is my belt. So we have a beastly, we have a what is it, mech alarm belt, and it's a sugar level 20 taunting contraption when you use a flask. Now this has an internal cooldown about 3 or 4 seconds from my experience. I actually got lucky and like found it this way and then just crafted on the reses I needed. And then we decided to throw on the brass dome. Now this brass dome is really strong for us and has a lot of huge benefits. The no damage from crits and the all max res is insane, and it grants strength, so I can actually take a strength node and then unspec the strength node after I put this armor on, which is really good for me. If you can't tell, we are sitting at 80, 81, 80, and 76 res, 3.7k health. Our evasion is 2100, armor is 1500, with a physical damage reduction at 81 and chance to evade at 79. Now, if we pop our flasks here, we actually go up to 986. Now, this isn't evasion cap per se. It's, I can get a little bit more, but I still have a few levels in me. I am 94. I could probably push to 97 really easily with this build. And another thing I have started to fit in is Vitality. Now, I fit in Vitality because one really important thing. If you go over here and you look at my my new Watcher's Eye, where is it? Right there. I actually have a double Vitality Watcher's Eye. This is life gain on hit, which if you're Chaos-Reighn, you're hitting a lot. Like, you're just flooding the screen. And then regenerate life per second while affected by Vitality. So, initially this isn't a lot of life regen. However, because we are using this with the life gain on hit, and we are basically using, we have a health flask for emergencies and everything like that. We have our taunting contraption for more defenses. We have spell suppression cap with 55% of the damage prevented. And overall, we have very decent amount of, just good stuff going for us. Our flax are just kind of so-so. As you can see, it's just armor with gain 3 charges when you're hit, and reduced duration, increased effect with increased armor. I believe I need to change the affix around eventually. I just haven't gotten around to it. If I change it to evasion, I'm going to be evasion capped. I just, again, haven't gotten around to it. We also obviously have our movement speed flask here. It's just a random movement speed flask level 15 at level 15. I do own the set for item level 100, but I don't really care enough to craft it. We have our instant flask with the remove chill. Then our mana flask just basically gives us forever immune to bleeding and corrupted blood. Now, what I can do because I am immune to corrupted blood in this way is I can actually, not use corrupted blood jewel or not take the corrupted blood notable or what is it, keystone. I believe I have it actually spec'd in up here. I can actually unspec this because I have this. However, I like to have them both, or I'll just take this out, which is also giving me a huge amount of regen. If you don't know, you can get up to 7% of your life regen per second as long as you haven't been hit, and then when you get hit, you lose your fragile things. However, if you use the replica one of these, it's reversed. When you get hit, you regen life, and it's up to 3.5% of your health, which isn't a lot, but considering we have life gain on hit and all that stuff, it's just really strong. If you do decide that you don't want to use the corrupted blood can't be inflicted on you, you can always just go down and take. Let me see. First, let me go make sure what this one was. This one was increased effect of withered. Where's the one with chaos res? I think it's up here. You can actually like unspec this. This is what I'm taking here, the chaos res here, and instead take chaos damage over time for +1 chaos res, multiplier that is, and then you can unspec this and go down here to spec into that, and that'll leave you just shy of being chaos res capped, which isn't bad. Obviously, I can with this reses, I can craft cold and chaos res if I want to, or any other piece of gear that I have reses on. For example, I can craft a hybrid and be good to go. Um, However, let's see. I have 36 refund points? However, most likely, I'm gonna do the corrupted blood anyway. But this is totally an option. This also keeps your resises LE res capped, at least for the most part, except for cold. And then you just don't have to worry about really any of the content killing you. And you get a lot of dot multi. So this is basically where I'm at with my build. I have a lot of just kind of stuff going for me. It's nothing like too insane, but just stuff going for me. And we have a pretty decent amount of six links that we've been selling. A couple primordials, bunch more six links. We have prophecies. We have just jewels. We have a whole ton. We have our ice shot build incoming. And as you can see, we are just slowly piecing it together. We have most of our gems being leveled, and then we have a couple more gems leveling up on the alt bar here, along with a awakened cold pin there. So we're doing pretty good. We have a pretty healthy amount of GCPs that we're going to be using on all of our gems, and as you can tell, our tainted currency is stocking up slowly but surely. Eventually, we'll be, using some of it for linking and other stuff like that. But when the time comes, it comes. But I do hope you guys are enjoying my content so far. I am going to be posting some standard videos eventually about my builds in standard and how to take them, how to basically, how they perform with a new patch, right? Obviously, there are a lot of builds in standard that like to run GG gear and run GG content and all this other stuff. And I do the same thing. If you've seen my past videos, you'll see exactly what I mean. Right here, I'm just going to kind of showcase what the playstyle is currently like. And I also wanted to mention that currently I am working on getting um, my bow crafted, but I want to craft it myself instead of buying it because for some reason every single person I've asked that how much they wanted for their bows is giving me a ridiculous price, like 20 exalts or something, when it's literally about 8 to 10 to craft it, maybe. So I'm just gonna craft it up. I don't mind overpaying a little bit, especially if it just gets it out of the way. But when people ask ridiculous prices like that, it just makes the game feel a little toxic in a way. It's like, bro, I understand you need to flip, but I mean, if you're trying to sell it, you're trying to sell it. You're not trying to sit on it, right? But yep, that's pretty much that. Yeah, this is basically the playstyle of this build. You just throw down a couple totems, you throw down your potion. Now, if I don't know if you can see, it's that guy right there to the right. He's taunting the enemies. Now I'm gonna pop my flask again, and that should summon a new one. There he is. So now most of the enemies should start going towards him, and then basically you just do that slowly but surely, and all the enemies just go towards your totem. It'll die quick, especially in this kind of content, because these guys are really, really annoying and have a lot of health or a lot of, stuff that prevents them from dying instantly. And of course, I am a damage over time build, still using quill rains, so. Alright, there we go. Now, as you can see, that was really easy content. Unfortunately, we didn't get any logbooks, but, you just gotta be understanding that logbooks aren't always gonna drop, right? I don't even see any of there they are, the little demons there. And these taunting contraptions do work on these demons. However, like I said, it doesn't have a lot of health, so it's just gonna die. Oh, sorry, I'm having issues again.
Are you doing this? Leave me.
Looks like hunters came to taunt me. Now, I will say I am running Awakener 4 along with Awakener 4 Cyrus. There's not a whole lot of change as far as between Awakener 8 and 4. I have a friend who runs Awakener 3 and he still dropped an Awakener Orb on 3 and an Awaken Gem. The only thing that I know of that you miss is the Savior, which is, it's not a common drop, and it's a very inexpensive drop at that, so yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, pretty much this is how we play the build. We just kind of throw down a totem and then start shooting. Clear as much as we can in the demon realm here, and just try and get as much as we can cleared, because we're trying to Krangle as much as possible. Now, like I said in my last video, I have been full clearing these maps because this is a really good just clearing mapper. I'm able to do some of the more harder content, such as Delirium Orb juiced maps and stuff like that, but just as a warning, like, don't expect yourself to be able to do this out the gate. I invested a pretty decent amount into, getting myself really tanky. And the new the new armor, Brass Dome, the new version of it is really powerful. And when you have 81 all res and are basically stat capped, it's really hard not to run something like this and just feel like you're really strong. I will say one kind of silver lining is that these are the last 6 storyline contracts I needed, and then is it 6 or 7? 7. Once I'm done with them, I will be done with all the storyline contracts, and I'll be able to officially start running Heist to the best extent, because I can start running Twins. Now, Twins has been, I think there's a couple of the amulets on the market, and they're all lower rolled. But that amulet from the Twins is very, very popular, very, very powerful, and gives a lot of builds access to things that they, normally wouldn't have, or even just makes powerful builds even more powerful. So that's something I check into. It's called the Leadership's Price, and it's just something that I played with at one league during Heist, and that's about it. I didn't really do much with it. I just kind of put it on, did some maps to see what the conflux was about, and it felt pretty cool. I didn't really notice too much because in Heist League I had a min-max character due to how rich I was and from all the exalt dropping. It's crazy. But that was then, this is now. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this kind of showcase of the build. This is a T14, I believe. There's only a few mods on it. Damage is cold, nothing crazy. Most of these are Alch and Val. This one's, pretty juiced up, 100 quant, all that. Anything good? Nope. And that's pretty much it. Yep, I hope you guys enjoyed this again, and I hope that you have any kind of beneficial information taken from this. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any interest in any of my other content or any of my other builds that I've played and you want to know more about them, don't be afraid to ask about them. I will be glad to kind of break them down and showcase how I play with them, so on and so forth. All right, everybody, take it easy. Come on.